Multiversus revealed the Tasmanian Devil and Iron Giant for the game. With the roster getting increasingly more impressive, I thought I'd throw my personal top 10 picks for characters I'd like to see playable in the game. This is in no way an objective list, just my personal top 10. Number 10, Neo. Neo would bring a lot of fun abilities into the game. Maybe he could have a parry or counter that slows down the opponent and can lead to heavy damage. Throughout the movies, Neo shows off flight abilities, push powers, and many other things that could be really cool to have in multiverses. Number 9, Harry Potter. Harry is too big of a character under the Warner Brothers umbrella to not include in this game. He could bring tons of spells and creatures to make his gameplay unique, and bring tons of fans that love the world of Harry Potter into the game. Number 8, Ace Ventura. There are tons of wacky moves you could pull from either Ace Ventura movie. We have cartoon characters in the game, but not a character that shows off live-action comedy. Ace Ventura could bring a bunch of animal abilities and slapstick humor into the game that could be really fun. Number 7, Scorpion. The main reason I want Scorpion is to show off that Warner Brothers has characters that aren't just from movies or shows. By far the most successful Warner Brothers video game franchise is Mortal Kombat, and who better than its poster boy to be in this game? Number 6, Osmosis Jones. I don't have a particularly good case as to why Osmosis Jones should be in the game, besides he'd be very unique from the rest of the cast, and we could get a stage where we fight inside Bill Murray. Number 5, Rick Sanchez. There's so much potential in having Rick in this game, not only in his moveset, but the stages could take us throughout the universe. With how popular this show is, I feel this character is only a matter of time till he makes it in. Number 4, Max. Max would bring a gritty and crazy playstyle to the game, and the stages could be a real spectacle. From the Thunderdome to the rest of the Wasteland, it would be a huge missed opportunity if we don't get Mad Max in this game. Number 3, Ben Tennyson. This character is almost limitless potential for his moveset, as well as potentially his playstyle. Depending on the alien, there could be quite a few ways to play this character, making for one of the most versatile picks for this roster. Number 2, Samurai Jack. Jack would be a straightforward sword character with a sci-fi twist. The world and art style of Samurai Jack was always really fun to look at, and it would be great to have that represented in this game in some way. Before I get into my number 1 pick, I'd like to go over some honorable mentions. I was originally going to put Austin Powers on this list, but question his appropriateness in a child-friendly game. He could be toned down, of course, and I would still love to see him, but I don't want them to change the character too much, because then we'd lose what makes him Austin Powers. Daffy Duck was originally going to make this list as he is the second character people tend to think of when Looney Tunes is brought up. There's a ton of potential in bringing him in, but I wanted to focus on series that aren't represented. Any of the Powerpuff Girls were a potential pick for this list as I grew up watching the show, and I still want them to make it in, they just didn't quite make the top 10. I know Gandalf is also a heavily requested character and speculated that he will be in, but I personally don't have a huge attachment to him, as I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. If anything, I'd like to see Sam the most from Lord of the Rings, but I figured he's popular enough that he definitely deserves to be mentioned at least on the list. Number 1, Jason Voorhees. There's a bunch of legal trouble with this character, so it'd be a challenge to get him in, but I personally think it'd be worth it. He's a horror movie icon, and has a wide range of weapons he could use to make him a really versatile fighter. It's a little bit powerful. Jason would be a great heavyweight to add to this game. And that's my top 10 characters for Multiversus. Any characters you'd like to see? Leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.